All right, Bill, we're reaching the end of the year. Going to go into 24.
I know, I can't believe it's almost 2024 already.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to recap a little bit on the 2023 year. And an interesting article came out from NAR, National Association of Realtors. So let's talk about that today.
Okay.
You know? And in the meantime, if you guys like these kind of videos, do me a favor, subscribe. It really helps out the channel and it's greatly appreciated. So this came out today, and it says, in the coming year, housing affordability will be influenced by home prices, mortgage rates, and active listings. Obviously, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but what do you think?
Yeah, it's true, because that's what affects everything.
No, but do you think there's going to be more homes on the market?
Of course.
We'll cross the street.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, like I feel like a broken record sometimes with this prediction season stuff, but as mortgage rates start to soften,
yeah,
people will start to list. Obviously, people are going to list their homes because they have to move no matter what. Upsize, downsize, relocation, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
People becoming of age that they can purchase a home, all those, you know, all those types of normal things. And at the end of the day, sometimes people just want to move.
Yeah, so things are going to go back to normal.
Yeah, slowly but surely. Now, this isn't going to be some, you know, magic. 2024 is not going to be this magic, oh my God, everything just flick of a switch, you know, changes. But we're already starting to see that softening.
Yeah, so basically the article continues, and I'll post the original article below, but it says, as of November 2023, the median sale price for existing homes in the U.S. stood at $387,600, making it the 5th consecutive month year over year with price growth. You know, everybody's saying it's going to crash, prices are coming down.
Yeah.
According to this, that's not happening.
It's, you know, again, we're at the end of the year now. So we'll look at growth. It says it right there. We've had 5 consecutive months of growth, month over month. So sometimes you see those up and those downs month to month, but then overall throughout the year, where did we end up?
Right.
Which is, we're up.
But here, this is the interesting too. In Tampa Metropolitan, this area, the median sale price for a single family home exceeded the national average of $410,000 in late December of 2023. So basically in Tampa, where we are, the median price is $410,000 as of December.
Yeah, that's about right.
We're in December, you know?
Yeah.
The average 30-year mortgage rate was 6.88, a decline from a 20-year high observed nationwide. So basically it says, however, it remains higher than the lock rates for most homeowners. So let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
So people do have lower rates than what they currently are. But here's my prediction, okay, and I used to be in the mortgage industry, but I'm not anymore. I think the floodgates, if rates drop down to 5%.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is not that far off.
No, we're not that. You can hit upper 5s now.
I think I think the floodgates are going to open.
Of course.
So I think people will be willing to sell their houses and give up a 3.5, maybe 4% rate for a 5% rate.
Right. Well, let's just not even compare to, you know, the lock-in effect. Look at the people that are at a 5.5%, because realistically, that's a lot of people, except for the people that refinanced. But it kind of all circles back. Some of those people that refinanced into the lower rates are going to move just because they have to.
Right.
You know, or they either have to or they want to.
Yeah, life circumstances.
Yeah, and, you know, they're just not going to stay in an area or a house that they don't want to be in. So, you know, if we do get back down into that 5.5-ish range, into the 5s, let's just say, I think you are going to see the floodgates open. There's so much pent-up demand with buyers because of the affordability issues for the inventory that we have now as it is.
Right.
You know, that's what's supporting the prices that we have right now. That's why we're not going backwards.
That's my point. My point is, in my opinion, a 5% is a magic number. You know, for all the years I've been doing something in real estate, I think 5% is going to open up the floodgates.
Right.
All right, let's cross the street. All right, let's do it. Purchase mortgage applications rebounded about 15% through in November, according to Fannie Mae economic research. You know, this group trends, the ESR group expects to continue, a mortgage rate continue to slide. So even Fannie Mae and them think it's going to slide.
Right. Well, I mean, if we look at the last conversation that happened at the Fed meeting, you know, the position the Fed was taking was not so bullish, and it was not necessarily that they cut rates, but they acknowledged that they would be doing roughly 3 rate cuts in 2024, albeit don't expect these to be these giant rate cuts. Again, we don't want these big swings up, big swings down. We want to get slowly but surely back to it. Think about it like a wave, you know? We don't want to be on a boat with a giant wave coming at us. We want to hit those little waves and ride over.
We want to go back to a stable market.
Yeah.
Let's see what else they have to say. 2023 has been a slow year for existing home sales. True.
Yeah.
Leaving builders to fill the gap.
True.
That's true. Despite the typical 30-year loan dropping to approximately 7%, many home buyers and sellers remain cautious and are waiting for favorable market conditions in the future. So, I just read an article, somebody did a survey, and they said almost 78% of people think it's a bad time to buy a home. That's what they think.
Yeah.
Goes back to that magic number. I think if it reaches 5%, they're gonna be like, okay, it's a good time to, you know, I think it's a good time to buy a house.
Right. I think you're gonna have a couple camps. You know, you're always gonna have the people,
doom and gloom people,
that are gonna say, it's, you know, oh, well, I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for that, I'm waiting for this, waiting. There's always gonna be those people that make the excuse of never gonna actually buy something. Or it has to be so perfect and all the stars have to align. And that's fine, that's your prerogative. There's gonna be people that are just waiting on the sidelines to get to the point where, okay, it's come down to this interest rate, so now my affordability is there because I can afford this. And you're gonna have to watch that line as to where, well, how much longer do I wanna wait to where we're still increasing the prices of homes, as to how far those interest rates are going to go down.
Still, you know, the price. And I know a lot of people on YouTube and places saying that the market's going to crash, but it'll eventually crash. But
if I said it every day for the next XY until it happened, then I can go, see, I was right.
So basically it says over here, continue, home prices appreciation can only moderate from drastically improve supply. Another 30% rise in home construction can easily be absorbed in the marketplace. This basically is, there's so much pent-up demand, even if they built a lot more homes, it's still going to...
Right, we're not gonna build our way out of this issue with homes, not anytime soon. Over the past 15 plus years or so, coming up on 20 now actually, we've been so underbuilt, it's gonna be hard to get caught up, you know, because of when we had the financial crisis. You know, not everybody, the builders weren't as bullish on putting out new homes, but keeping up with our lack of inventory that we had before we had the inventory issues, and then on top of all the people that are coming into the market, it's only adding to the difficult time.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. All right, the nation had a 3.5 month supply of housing inventory as of November, which is low enough to be considered a seller's market, according to NART, National Association of Realtors. New home construction will remain a bright spot in the housing market in 2024. Talk about that a little bit.
Right, so because the inventory has been historically low, it's particularly in our area, we're gonna stay in a seller's market just like we are right now. We're at 3.3, 3.5 here. Now you can break it down into neighborhoods, but when you go into the new construction type of stuff, you get into more of a buyer's market there, simply because of interest rates right now. I just saw an ad come out for a rate reduction
Okay.
For some of the, Taylor Morrison, I believe it was, that they put out a rate reduction. And a lot of the builders are right now, because they can buy in bulk, and then they start turning, because they want to turn those products. They don't want to sit on that land, that costs money.
Right,
they want
right.
to get these homes built, and they want to get these homes out.
Yeah, so basically, says this home builders have significant competitive advantages over the average home seller, said Senior VP of Research and Operation John Burns, research consultant for Bachman Builders. So basically, they could buy down their mortgage rate and pay lump sum upfront to reduce the buyer's monthly payments. So talk about that. They do have advantages. Builders have advantages. Right now, like I kept saying that it might be better deal to buy a brand new house than a used house now.
Right. Yeah. So if you go out into the open market, you could get a better deal. We've had that with a couple of my recent clients, where the price of a new home was just a little bit more than the price of a resale home, and they didn't have to fix anything. They didn't have to do any remodeling.
And
so
they were able to buy down the rate.
Right. And so when you took that all into consideration, the affordability was there. They saved money every month, and they don't have to worry about anything right now. So it turned out to be good if you've got that opportunity in your neighborhood. Now, it wasn't exact. They had to drive 5 more minutes, and I think we've talked about that in other videos.
Yeah.
But it's a continual thing. It's not just one person. It's just happening time and time again.
Yeah. New single home construction hit unexpectedly high in November, boosted by strong demand and lower interest rates, according to the release from National Association of Realtors.
So, pretty much what we just said.
Yeah.
So
it's just,
they've got the buy power for buying down rates and giving closing concessions, because they have the power to do that in volume, and then that's that's helping some of that pent up demand.
Sure. Without a significant increase in inventory, the seller's market seems unlikely to change next year. We encourage you to start off the new year by signing up. And I'm reading the article, basically. So they want you to sign up for an
So anywho, right. So if you look back historically, we haven't been in a buyer's market in quite some time. When I'm talking pre-COVID, I'm going back, 2018, 17, 16. We've had, in our area specifically, we've never had a huge inventory.
2010 was a good buyer's market when I bought.
Yeah. It was definitely a buyer's market then, but since then the pendulum has swung the other way, and it has stayed the other way, because we are a destination state. There's a lot of people still moving in. Yes, I know there's a lot of people moving out, but there's more people moving in every single day.
You're talking about Florida in particular. Yeah. So basically, I know a lot of people are saying it's going to crash, but they said it was going to crash in 23. And I'm not saying it's not going to crash. I have no idea if it's going to crash.
Yeah, I wish we knew we had a crystal ball so we could all help everybody prepare.
Yeah, I'll let you know if it's going to crash after we're in the middle of 24. I'll let you know how it's going. But, that's the deal.
Yeah, that's it.
Right now, if rates drop, people are scared to buy houses. They're cautious.
As you should be. I understand that, and I applaud people who are taking a little bit of caution and stepping back before they make that decision. It's a huge decision, and you need to look at everything before it goes. But if you're analysis paralysis and you're waiting for that crash to come because you think you're going to be able to save, and it's going to be like the financial crisis, that's probably never going to happen again, at least not in any time in the near future that I could see. Based off of the numbers and everything that's going on right now, we only see an upward swing, and that doesn't seem to be changing. Look at the interest rates. We had these high interest rates and we were still selling houses. Yes, did it slow us down? Yes, but we were still gaining equity in our homes. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, but I think that, I personally think that people are going to get used to higher rates, and they're going to see 5% rates as...
But 5% rates were normal for the last decade.
Yeah, but now they got used to them, but I think people are starting to accept that 3% rates are gone.
Right.
So that's pretty much it. You have anything else to add?
That's it.
All right, thank you for watching this video. It's greatly appreciated. Like always, do me a favor, consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
See you on the next one. Thank you.